Hi, everybody, it's me, the Lex, and I'm also known as Chino or Artie. Guess what? I'm doing a review for this person named Mr. Tuco. It's upon request because this person really wanted me to make a review called the video game Bad Day LA. It's made by American McGee, and American McGee was very known for his classic game called um, what was that called? Oh yeah, Alice in Wonderland. American McGee's Alice. It's just Alice, yeah. And they made a sequel to it, but and when I played the sequel, it was not like I thought it would be like the first. But the first one was a classic, and when you purchase the sequel, it does come with part one. Later on, future titles that came out by American McGee's, by Electronic Arts, and some other no-name companies. I mean, if you heard of that movie called Robots, this is an example. Before I get to Bad Day LA, I gotta explain about American McGee's Robots movie. This is a. If you guys ever seen this movie, that movie, like Robots, this movie. Now, that movie, before that movie had came out, there was a video game that was almost. It was exactly by the same theme and everything. The game was called Scrapland by American McGee's. This game was one of the best graphics I've ever played on a PC. Problem is I can't get it running on Windows 7 because back then my graphics card cannot really play it in the most highest settings. It's a very beautiful urban cyberpunk thriller. This game was also released on the Xbox, but the graphics was really degraded, of course, to make it fit on the console. But when the PC version is released, there's also a patch, which I'm still trying to figure out how to run for Windows 7. You're able to play that game in high definition. I do have this on the Xbox. I think I'm looking at it right now in my collection. Yeah, this is a great game. Now my next review is this one. This is actually Bad Day LA. I live in Southern California, Moreno Valley. Going to Los Angeles is only about. It only took me probably 45 minutes from where I live to go to this area, Los Angeles. The cover is very convincing because it has a black guy in the front, a white guy. Basically, it's just like Independence Day of a disaster. There's an Hispanic with a chainsaw. The thing about it, I like the idea of Bad Day LA, but the problem was the dialogue and the graphics, and it was just bad. It was not what I thought. It was one of the worst bombed games I've ever played. It was bum. It was not what I thought it would be. I play games that really match the scenario, like when you play a video game like True Crime Streets of LA, because that's in LA. It's so Los Angeles, really Los Angeles. Now, when you're playing this game, it was not what I thought it would be. It was before Dave Chappelle came out. There was it's just like identical to that character, that crackhead. But in this one, he's not a crackhead. He's not even a drug addict. He's just a homeless guy who tends to throw feces on his own pants. It's just a regular guy like that. It's just a homeless with comic relief. Because you play as Anthony, is a homeless guy by choice. He chooses to be homeless. What kind of thing? All he wants to do is be left alone, and he just has a bad day. Now, the scenarios, looking at how Los Angeles looked like, it doesn't even look like Los Angeles to me. It looks so, kind of reminds me of Santa Monica more. And the other part was, this game is not what I think it would be. The dialogue was so bad. The part is, of course, when you're in Los Angeles, you kind of have to put. There's a lot of Hispanics there, so speak Spanish, And the dialogue. Look at this.
Oh man, that's some fucked up shit right here.
So. I'm cutting scenes to scenes.
What? Don't just stand there talking crazy. Use that garbage.
So the dialogue on this game is not what I would expect,
Look, man, I think you need a new ride. Shut up and use the fire extinguisher to help that burning man. Gotta put out these flames. It's getting hot air. Oh, man.
Hot Jesus on toast, you son
right,
I mean, look at this
man.
dialogue. This is not even Los Angeles people.
That you burned down.
Hey
All that
Holmes, you know, this is how we talk. When you see movies
You're
like,
joking,
if you
right?
see movies in,
Look,
you know,
buddy,
that
extinguish
has to
my
do with Los
car and
Angeles,
I'll get us out of here, okay?
this is not even near close to Lethal Weapon.
What the man? Huh? Supposed to give me a ride.
Everyone, get off the freeway. Your lives are in danger.
Not safe here. You walk.
I gotta tell you that the freeways of this game is, oh man, my girlfriend's calling me. I'll call you in a moment, sweetie. This game is not what I thought it would be. It's just so whack, and the graphics is not really upgraded. You can't even upgrade the resolution.
Went to save some injured people and never came back. Follow our 911 call list and you'll find
Even the music is so not Los Angeles. A real Los Angeles style. I mean, I don't know. I can't really. I mean, it doesn't even have Hispanic. I wish. I mean, when you gotta have Hispanics in there, you know. But it had more like excuse me, like kind of like Hicks there more than the Beaners that we usually like, see in Los Angeles. I mean, when I was playing Blade Runner, this seems more Los Angeles to me too. Oh man, my collection fell down. Ah, speaking of Blade Runner. Alright, Bad Day LA. I out of a 10, I am giving it a bad rating. I cannot even give it a star out of 10. So all I can say is I'm giving that game -1. It was a poor developed game from the American McGee's. So, and it's I mean, it was well packaged. It's just two optical CDs. You get disc 1 and disc 2. And over here you do get your disaster survival guide. And it was, I mean, this is very original. Look at this. What you have in there. It just shows, like, I like the drawings. I mean, that is the touch of American McGee's. Zombies, scared. Everything shows like special gear, mission, talk. I don't know about us about squirrels. Don't ask any angry civilians and some, I don't know. This is just funny. I mean, really, yes. There are games just identical to this. Not really much subplots of storylines because I'm putting this game away. I bought this game brand new when it was just called Electronic Boutique before they're called GameStop. I bought it for only about $3. Yes, and it was only like 3 months after the game's release. And you can even see the box. There's something wrong with the box. There's not even the word of critics all over it saying this. You know, nothing. There's no like, this is one of the best games. No. But there was this game, American McGee's Scrapland. I know I'm talking about games that has nothing to do with American McGee's Alice, because that's all American McGee is known for, is that Alice in Wonderland game. And you can't say no. That's a that's a good game. And another thing is, let's see if another one I can find. To compare Bad Day LA, there's another game out here that's identical to it, but it's more arcade gameplay, beating the crap out of each other with the same humor, and does feel like Los Angeles, but it doesn't have Los Angeles. State of Emergency. This is a game of an example. Yeah, martial law. So, and it has a lot of violence and especially the graphics is it has hundreds of people to fill the screen. That's what I like about it. And you do have 4 player screen, so it's really cool. So, thank you for watching my review. This video is dedicated to Mr. Tuco because he wanted this, because not a lot of people actually have the game Bad Day LA, but I do have the box. Check it up on eBay and see how much it's worth. It probably ain't worth shit, but if it's worth a lot, I ain't selling it. Thank you for watching.